Hi, thanks for joining me. This short video is for anyone interested in the mental health benefits of yoga. So you might be a yoga teacher, a dedicated yoga student, or maybe someone new on their yoga journey that wants to find out more about the practice. Now, it's pretty well known that yoga is helpful for mental health, but how it's taught can have a huge impact. Today, I'm going to talk about psychological frames of reference and how they influence a yoga practice. By the end of this video, you'll understand frames of reference and how they impact a yoga practice for you or your students. My name's Kathy. I have a PhD in psychology and 13 years of neuroscience research experience. I've been practicing yoga since 2008 and teaching full-time since 2016. And because of my background, my yoga teaching is really strongly influenced by modern psychology and neuroscience research. Now, a frame of reference is a set of assumptions and attitudes that we use to filter our perceptions and create meaning. We can use them to evaluate our success and sort of guide our behavior. Now, the two psychological referencing frames I'm going to talk about today are internal and external frames of reference. Now, an internal frame of reference is based around your internal thoughts or feelings. Basically, you are the authority. When using this frame of reference, people don't look outside for permission or approval from others. With regards to yoga, an internal frame of reference could be how a pose feels or how a practice feels in any other present moment experiences. A person using an internal frame will use this to guide their practice. The alternative is an external frame of reference. Outward referencing can include how a pose looks. So especially when you're trying to model someone else's expression of a pose. Another example is instructions from a yoga teacher. So here, someone with an objective opinion of your practice could offer corrections. And this is especially external if they offer corrections irrespective of your internal experience. Another external frame could be your memory of the practice or a practice on another day, where you try to replicate that experience. This is interesting because the memory is an internal representation, but yet your present moment experience, your present moment practice is based on an external memory of your experience rather than what's happening in the present moment. Now, I've heard yoga students say that they want to practice a pose correctly, and there is an element of guidance in yoga teaching. But what is correct? Is there really a cookie cutter sort of yoga practice? We're all so different. Anatomical structures are different, we might have different injuries, we might have different energy levels. On both a physical and psychological level, people have different experiences in the same yoga practice. No teacher, no matter how experienced they are, can really feel or understand what's happening in your body or your psychological or spiritual experiences. Only you have the depth of understanding. Now, using an internal reference is important for mental health because it's the building blocks for self-regulation, self-motivation, self-confidence, all those things where trusting yourself is key. Now, the ability to use an internal frame is partly dependent on your ability to drop in and notice body sensations, so your interoceptive ability. And this is something that can be practiced and improved. Now, I've talked a little bit more about interoception and the body-mind connection and how this links to mental health in a previous video, and I'll link to that below. Now, going back to the two different referencing styles, I'm not suggesting that someone will just use one style. There's definitely a complex interplay between the two, but I am suggesting that someone will tend to gravitate towards one or the other. And the referencing style that they gravitate towards is dependent on their experience, their confidence, their interoceptive ability, and the yoga teaching style that they're exposed to. So whether it's authoritative or whether it promotes self-inquiry. So the overall takeaway message here is that there are different referencing styles that can be used in a yoga practice, and the one that you gravitate towards can really influence the depth of your practice, the mind-body connection, and the transformational effects of yoga. If you're a yoga teacher, know that you can facilitate these different frames of reference. And by teaching self-inquiry, you can deepen the transformational effects of yoga. As a yoga student, know that your practice, your internal experience is key. If you find yourself in a practice where there tends to be more weight towards the external experience, know that you can give yourself permission to drop in and move based on your own experiences. And when you practice this way, you really facilitate a deeper yoga practice that supports mental well-being. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informative. I currently teach online private and group sessions. If you're interested in practicing with me, I'll leave a link to my website below. If you'd like to hear more about yoga psychology and neuroscience, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.